been raining a bit today, but you can see the fall colors are still holding up pretty well on the beech and some of the oaks. The elm trees are holding that yellow. Maples are pretty much done. Sycamores are all done. The ash has been down for a while. And the walnuts, but the last of the fall color is still hanging on for a bit. Some of these smaller beech, they'll hold their leaves well through the winter. They just dry down on the tree and look quite nice for most of the winter. The oaks, they mostly will drop them, but then here and there you'll get a tree that holds leaves, well into January, depending on the weather. This is pretty normal fall weather for here, but not normal this fall. In a typical year, we would get just several weeks where it was this kind of weather for a day or two, and then maybe we'd have a dry day or 2 or 3 dry days, and then it'd be this again. This year, it's the end of October, and the weather that normally starts in early September has only just now started. It rained a few days ago for about 12 hours, and it's been raining now here again for, not quite 12 hours yet. Again, off and on, not hard, just kind of off and on drizzle. It's not cold enough to be particularly unpleasant, unless you get really drenched, which I do not intend to do. But you never can tell. If we get a downpour, I'll have to deal with that. This is the little road that we live on. It's let me see, back down that way. I'm walking up to the neighbor's place, which is up next to the farm. We actually have new neighbors now. The old folks, they moved out and moved across the county. And the new folks moved in from, well, I won't get into where they moved into. That's their business. But they're from around here originally, and we've met the one's parents, who seem real nice. Or maybe it's her grandparents. It's not entirely clear to me, but I think it's her parents. Anyway, they seem like nice folks, and it's kind of a relief to have people that have some connection to the area move in. There were a lot of people that came and looked at the place that were from up in the city. A couple people came down from Chicago, that kind of thing. Folks looking for vacation homes more than they were looking for a place to live. So it's nice that we've got a family that's moved in that looks like it'll actually be a part of the community instead of just taking up space where someone who would be could live, like the vacation homes do around here. We have a lot of that kind of thing. Tourist homes, where they rent out for weekends and whatnot, and then a lot of second homes for people who live in the city. A lot of them live out of state even. Oh, there goes a deer. Bow season's open here, but firearms don't open up for a few weeks yet. I don't know if we'll get out after deer this year or not. Gonna try to, but just have to see if there's time for that with everything else. I will be setting traps for raccoons soon. I gotta check the season for that and make sure I'm within the law. But I gotta thin them out because I got no corn whatsoever from my corn patch this past year. They stripped every bit of it before it was mature. And this next year, I intend to get corn. I'm going to be growing a larger area, a small field primarily for stock feed, but also for cornmeal for us and for seed preservation on some varieties I've been wanting to get going here and maintain, since I'm not so sure that they're going to continue to be available commercially in the future. Like a lot of that sort of thing, they don't keep every variety around. They just keep the ones that are profitable, basically. Anyway, that's what's today. A little rainy, drizzly day. Still a lot of fall color. Nice tree cover. This is what most of the area looks like around here. I know most of what I've shown you is the fields at the farm, but most of the places around here it looks like this. It's trees and little washes that go down and drainages, dry drainages. You see Asian honeysuckle, the bush honeysuckle. What's the name for that one? I think that's the Amur. Anyway, it's an invasive. A lot of people try and kill it off. I feed it to the goats, basically. Like, eventually it fades out. I don't worry about it too much because the goats think it's candy. So it's no sweat to me to keep it under control and just eventually push it out of the areas where it's not wanted, which is most places. Oh, hey, look. A couple of little black locusts. Probably seedlings, probably not root starts, because the only black locust tree is over there. At this distance, those are probably seedlings. But, alright, well, here I am, and I hear their dogs going, so I'm gonna get off of here, and I'll talk to y'all again another time.